Hi, my name is Brian Williams. I'm the managing partner of Perspectivity Consulting Group. Today I'll be sharing with you one of the more popular problems we see as we work with clients. It shows up over and over again, so we thought we'd start with this one. And you may have guessed it by now. It's this: self-centered and self-focused speakers. It just ruins the entire engagement. The main message here is it's not all about you. So I'll usually have people deny this, but we've seen it on a global basis because it's a human psychology problem. We all love ourselves, our products, our stories, our services, our dreams. We all do. We're all guilty of it. But I'm sure that many of you who still might be saying, not me, I'm not guilty. So I prepared a test just for those people. So I'll walk through 6 areas where this usually surfaces, and you honestly answer to yourself whether you've been guilty of it or not. The first one is seeing things from your own perspective, completely ignoring the perspective of the audience. So you tell it from the way you see it and you want them to get it. It typically doesn't work like that. We have to translate it into their language, their culture, the way they see things, then they'll engage it, believe it, and buy into it. Next, we want to be sure that we're not a loudmouth as it relates to being self-focused and self-centered. We've seen many speakers speak, and every story, every illustration is about themselves. They completely run over time, completely ignoring the time that has been allotted for that particular engagement, completely disrespecting the audience, causing them to disengage. Another way that that's done is giving everything from a positive perspective, meaning not being vulnerable at all. We've seen work of Brene Brown showing the power of vulnerability. Take a chance and be risky, and take a chance and include some of the things that didn't go right. You will find that it breeds trust with your audience, because we all know, no matter how good we think we are, we're not going to hit a home run every time we show up to bat. We're going to lose some, we're going to win some, share both, watch what happens. Another thing we see where speakers are trying to be too funny, right? They're not naturally humorous people, and it doesn't come across well, and you lose a lot of authenticity when you do that. Be very careful. If you're naturally fun, if you're a comedian, have some fun with that. If not, just be you. If that's not who you are, don't try to be funny if you're really not, because it'll cause you to lose a lot of credibility, as will selling too much from the platform. Always trying to make a sale. Quick and easy way to disengage your audience and cause them to look just like this, right? We've seen it happen over and over again. Well, what this image really denotes is being overly negative about a situation or your competition, or having a bad attitude. I know you may think, do you really have to tell us that? And the answer is, of course. Now, if you're guilty of one of the 6 that you see on the screen, chances are you've been guilty of them all, because most self-centered speakers don't realize that they're being self-centered. But if you are, it's not a problem. I have something that'll help you. It's called an audience profile. What I'd like for you to do is to create an intelligent list of questions that profiles your audience. What do they like? What stories are they into? What influences them to buy? What are some of their habits, their likeness, things that make them laugh? Remember, it's all about them. It's kind of like a Facebook or LinkedIn profile, if you will, to create one for your audience. It totally gets you away from being self-focused and self-centered, and it makes them feel valued and appreciated. And you'll see that in the feedback forms if you use those. And it doesn't matter what the communication is, because this is what we find to be true. It's a famous proverb: let another man praise you and not your own mouth, a stranger and not your own lips. I end with this one because we see the power of third-party testimonials. So you don't have to use your own mouth to tell your own success stories. You want to share some success stories, just make sure it's from someone else's mouth and not your own, because that will greatly increase the level of engagement that your audience has with you. Again, my name is Brian Williams. I'm the founder of Perspectivity Consulting Group.